I'm Katie Smith, and I'm the Director of Works Policy Monitoring in the Works Infrastructure Policy and Monitoring branch. Okay, so the infrastructure portfolio focuses on the development of the country's roads, bridges, and ports, which are key drivers of economic growth in Jamaica. The Works Infrastructure Policy and Monitoring branch facilitates the development, the implementation, and the monitoring of our policies, programs, projects, and legislation, including those of our portfolio agencies, which are the National Works Agency, the NWA, the National Road Operating and Constructing Company, NROC, the Port Authority of Jamaica, PAG, and the Professional Engineers Registration Board, PERB. Our program of work has significantly improved the infrastructure landscape and has strengthened the performance of the construction and tourism sectors. For instance, in 2022, the economic activities generated within the construction sector from projects in the construction sector, including those projects implemented by agencies under our works portfolio, contributed or accounted for 7.6% of the country's gross domestic product. In relation to the tourism sector, the completion of port development projects by the PAG, such as the Montego Bay Cruise Ship Terminal, the Port Royal Cruise Ship Terminal, and Hamden Wharf, has significantly increased cruise passenger arrivals to the island and importantly, has positioned Jamaica as a leading cruise destination in the world. Jamaicans benefit from the work that we do in a myriad of ways. Our projects and programs that we undertake, they have resulted in the increase in employment and in the generation of new jobs. For example, in 2022, the construction sector accounted for the employment of approximately 141,000 persons across the island in various areas, in housing development, road expansion and rehabilitation, in port development, and in the construction of hotels and commercial spaces. Not only were these projects able to provide short-term employment, but they have also generated long-term employment. For instance, the Port Royal Development Project, opened or created the opportunity for persons to be employed as tour guides, storytellers, and shop clerks. The work that we do has also increased productivity levels. The roadworks have resulted in expanded and improved corridors, which have increased the economic connectivity and has enhanced the transportation of goods and services across the country. The reduction in commute time and the improved condition of the roads have afforded Jamaicans an improved travel experience and has created options that were never once available or never available before, such as being able to reside in rural areas and pursuing more lucrative opportunities in the urban areas. So in the past 3 years, we have undertaken several road improvement projects, which have increased the carrying capacity and reduced congestion on those targeted corridors. Most persons would be available with the recently completed major infrastructure development project. Under that project, over 70 road sections were completed, and some of those sections are the Marcus Garvey Drive, Constant Spring Road, Mandela Highway, Hagley Park Road, and the Ferris Cross to Macfield Road section. Under the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, the east-west leg of Highway 2000 was expanded from Maypen in Clarendon to Williamsfield in Manchester. And that component was completed in September of last year. The road section from Harbourview in St. Andrew to Yallas in St. Thomas, that was completed in February of this year. And the project is ongoing. We are still doing rehabilitation works on 15 corridors, which are expected to be completed by the end of this financial year. There was also significant achievement in port development. The Port Royal Cruise Ship Terminal that was completed in 2020. And some of the main features under that project were the upgrade of the historic Fort Charles, the construction of the terminal building, bus loading structures, and a state-of-the-art seawalk, which is a floating pier that extends to meet cruise vessels. The branch will continue to carry out its mandate, which is to provide oversight to our agencies and facilitate the implementation of their projects and programs. We will also continue to lead the development of relevant policy framework to strengthen the institutional mechanisms and the operational processes within the construction sector. To this end, we have commenced the revision of the construction industry policy of Jamaica, and we're seeking to develop a public rights-of-way access management policy. We will also continue to monitor the performance of our agencies to ensure that they're operating in accordance with the established policy and legislative framework. The government of Jamaica, through the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, continues to provide reliable infrastructure to increase productivity, drive economic development, and improve the quality of life of Jamaicans.
The Water Policy and Monitoring Branch has responsibility for monitoring the water portfolio of the ministry, which includes agencies such as the National Water Commission.